Hey guys, System here, and this is Rustic Waters 2. Hope you're all having an amazing day. Go ahead and jump back into this pretty cool pack. And in between episodes, I did not get much done. A little bit, but not too much. Spent the weekend with my daughter. It was her birthday, and it was a great time. Fantastic. Hope you guys all had a great weekend as well. But we're back to the pack, and we're going to work towards AE2. That's kind of the plan today, right? So the plan for today is to set up an AE2 system, get everything we need, set up the process, I guess, of automating the inscribers as well at the same time. We're probably going to set up some of these crystal growth accelerators as well, because I already got 4 as a reward, but would be hard to make too far into the process either way. You'll kind of see that, but either way, we're going to jump into it here, kind of get it done. Also went ahead and, I guess what I did do in between episodes was go down to the surface here, down to the bottom of the ocean, farmed up a bunch of that crystal sand. So you go to crystal here, and check out sand. This stuff is just on the bottom of the ocean. You need to farm up 16. I farmed up close to 4 stacks. It was like 3 stacks and 20 or something like that. But basically, if you don't do that, you have to make it this way with the diamond dust, which is a pain in the butt. But you can just go farm it, and then you just smelt it down, right? Go to use on that. And then you actually get these Certus quartz that we need to kind of push forward. So I did that. We got a good amount of that to kind of start. So that is cool. So we got that there. We got that there. What we need to do, kind of start off here, right? We already have our Certus. For the reward of this one here too, we also got a charger, which was nice. This one here, you actually get the wrench that you need for the mod, so that's cool. But we need to go ahead and take that Certus now, make ourselves some charged Certus, right? So that's what we're going to use the charger on. Then we have to take that charged Certus and actually start making fluids. And after that, we grind some down, we get some dust. Then after that, we need to make the pure crystal. So there's a pure of each one as well. Also, I should mention before we even start here too, for a lot of recipes with the AE2, this dust here, right? So you have the Certus dust and you have the nether dust, right? They're pretty much interchangeable in most recipes, right? So if they're in a recipe, they're usually interchangeable. So it's really whichever one you have on hand that you want to turn into dust form. So that's kind of how that works there. These pure ones all have different uses though. So that is kind of a thing there. Also, the pures are also a way of doing some doubling, but we'll look at that a little later on too. So the first thing we want to do here is go ahead and take this here and start making the charge Certus, right? So we're going to use this, what is this thing called again? The charger. Very, very technical name. Go ahead and grab this energy pipe. Has to be powered on the top or the bottom. We're going to charge it from the top, I guess. Let's do that there. Bring that across. We'll probably end up with a cable over here anyway, and going all down this wall. So kind of just do that proactively. Go ahead and grab ourselves a barrel and a barrel. Then we'll go ahead and grab an item pipe, and we'll get this automated real quick so I don't have to sit here the whole time. Do that, do that. Go ahead and pop that puppy right there. Go ahead and extract. Then I should be able to take a good amount of this, maybe like 16. We'll do like 32 actually, just like that. Then I'll start getting charged. So go in there, get charged up. Once it's done, ends up in here. There we go. We already have the charged Certus kind of component of this already done, so that's not too bad. Also, another thing I guess I did was start working on this too. Actually, I should have more than that. Oh, there you go. I didn't do it right. Anyway, this is the silicon dust. You go to use on this stuff. You smelt it down, you get silicon. We're going to need this for all the different processors that we're going to have to make today. The ones we're going to automate with the inscribers, fully automate. But yeah, you have to do it this way, and it's just done with the coral. But apparently I set up the machine incorrectly. There you go. Or I changed it. I guess it was this machine anyway, right? Go ahead and go to you. I guess I turned off auto input by mistake. There you go. So every 2 turns into 1 dust. That is how the recipe kind of works there. It's like every 2. So it's a little weird recipe. But only takes 1500 RF, so it doesn't take much RF either. So I guess that's a thing. How many of those have we got done? We got 10. Need to cut more, and then we kind of move forward. We need some kind of placement block here too. So let's go grab some of that sandstone or something. Some of those big tile blocks there that the base are, I guess, is built out of, right? And set up a little temporary spot here because we're going to be changing this in a few minutes. Do that. Get ourselves some water. Then once we got 16, I just want to do a good batch of it. We don't need 16, but 16 means I'm going to get 32 of the fluids, and it should give us enough cut to get started here. Come on, do your thing. Come on, I believe in you. I believe in you. There you go. That's good there. Now we have this. We can actually make some fluids, right? So what we'll do is take 16 of this, 16 of that right there maybe. There you go. Grab you. Then this right here, we'll grab 16 as well. Then we'll throw those all into the water, right? There you go. Don't pick those up, please. Don't pick those up. I need those in the water together. There you go. Wait a couple seconds, and then we'll actually get fluke. So just kind of pop, be born. There you go. We got 32 of it, just like that. So that's fantastic. Now, if you didn't get lucky like I did and get these crystal growth accelerators, they're actually not that hard to make either, right? So once you're at the point where you make this fluix, these fluid blocks are just for fluix, and these cables are just the crushed down quartz, right? So you can do that right there, or the Certus, right? Like I said, it's interchangeable. And then just a couple more fluix, you get your cables, and you craft them up, right? So we're going to be using that in a second to speed up the growth of the pure fluix, because it takes a long time otherwise. But anyway, that's good there. That's good there. We need to grind down a couple of them, and a couple of them. So let's get that done real quick. Maybe go ahead and speed this up a little bit too. Are you almost done? How much more do I have? Oh, because I didn't have it, guess sped up, not sped up, but working properly. It's not done now. Guess we'll just go ahead and put these in here though. We need 2 of these in dust, and we need 2 of these in dust as well. That's good. Then I'll go ahead and throw this in here too. We're going to grab a whole bunch of the quartz dust just for one of our options. Like I said, we use the Certus or the nether quartz. I'm just going to use the nether quartz right now because I actually have more of that. But we'll get a good amount of this nether quartz dust and be able to use that to craft up a couple more things here. There you go. That is good. And that should be good for us right now. So the next thing we need to do is go ahead and set up these seeds here. So to make these seeds, to actually grow these pures, grab some of the sand here. We actually only need 6 of this, so that should be all I actually grab. Let's go ahead and do that there. Go ahead and grab ourselves the dust that I left inside the barrel there. Go ahead and grab that real quick. There you go. We got these ones here. We're going to go ahead and do 2 of these ones. So these are fluix seeds. That's good. When these grow, they'll actually grow into double the amount that you use to create them, right? So this is going to give us 8 pures out of that one. This one will give us 8 of these pures right here, the nether quartz ones. And these ones here will give us 8 of the Certus. So that'll be how that works there. And to grow these, basically it's the same as this. You just kind of throw them in the water. Notice that it says on them, the item won't despawn. So they won't actually despawn. They could sit there for a long time until they grow. Then they have to be picked up because they will despawn. But the seeds themselves won't despawn. But that's super slow. So I'm just showing you that real quick. We're actually going to use these accelerators here to make that way quicker. Anyway, let's do that, and that. We'll have to go ahead and make some cables here in a second, but we won't worry about that. We got this for free. This was the wrench. I think I already showed that, right? You need to flip these machines around, so let's do that real quick. I think this side with the 3 lines is actually the front of it. So let's do that there, that there, that there. There you go. Then we need some loops cable. That's going to be the main kind of, not even main cable, the base cable for the mod, right? So it's this stuff right here. Do that. Helps if I actually look at a crafting table. There you go. Sweet. And maybe get done. What am I doing? Here, here, here. There you go. Grab some of this. Don't need too much. Maybe like 15. Then we'll need ourselves a good amount of this stuff here. There you go. Awesome. That other cable there, that quartz fiber, I'll explain that in the future. It is really weird. It's weird cable. It doesn't behave probably like anything else that you're used to. So I guess that's the thing. We'll also have to go ahead and grab an energy acceptor to actually power this in a second. Kind of forgot about that, but we'll kind of do that in a second. I am jumping ahead on a quest here, because if you look at the quest line here, we actually have to do it way over here. But it isn't that far off, but I'm just doing it one step ahead here. It's just so we can power this thing, kind of get it done. Anyway, do that there. Go ahead and grab you. Go ahead and grab a energy acceptor. That's good there. So the energy acceptor is basically an energy converter. AE2 basically works on its own little power system. So it has its own kind of power, right? And it basically converts the power over to a form that AE can understand and provides a system with 8 channels. Channels with AE2 basically determine how many machines or components can interact with, right? So this here, I think every one of these crystal growth accelerators actually use a channel. So this would still have 4 channels on it. Doesn't really matter right now, but for the, I guess, the future when I'm talking about channels, to be able to understand it a little clearer if I start explaining it now. That's good. When we get to the controllers, so they have 32 channels per side, but this one is no matter what. Doesn't matter how many sides, it's just 8 max. So that's how that works there. If you have this thing kind of powered up like we do now, you notice that it has those cool little particle effects there. Just jumping around all willy-nilly. Also, I'm going to go ahead and grab those seeds there because they're actually not doing anything. I just want to show you how slow they were. Notice there, it still says 0% on all these, which is miserable, right? If I go ahead and throw these in here instead, right? and just wait a couple seconds. I'm not even going to wait very long. I'm just going to wait a couple seconds here to show you how fast these woods are, as opposed to just throwing it into the water kind of, kind of passively. You can see here, these ones are already at almost 10%. So yeah, way better to do it this way. Save you a lot of time. In here, it takes like an hour, and there it takes like a minute. So really cool, really awesome. Much better way of doing it. And okay, our pures are all done, so that's fantastic. Also went ahead and made this while I was waiting, the Inscriber. So we got the sticky piston here. Only takes 1 flux and then a couple iron. You're good to go there. We need to go ahead and automate this thing and start making processors. So that is pretty cool. We need to go ahead and grab our presses, right? So the presses come from the AE2 meteors. In this pack, you get all 4 of the presses from a single meteor. To find them on the map too is pretty easy. We actually got one right now. Really close to our base. We can actually see it at one of our windows there, but just a big round kind of meteor in the ground. It's made up of skystone. You'll want to grab some of that as well. It has a big tail too. They're easy to see, and they're awesome. Dig into the center of it, dead center, you'll find a chest, right? So that's kind of cool. And that's where your presses are. So we have that there. Anything else we need? We need that. We need, I guess, redstone. Let's go ahead and grab that. We also need a little bit of gold, so let's grab that as well. And then we'll also need some diamond, right? Not even many. We're just going to make like 4 of each of these because that's what the quest kind of demands of us. So that's fantastic. So to get this kind of automated here, it's going to be pretty lazy the way I'm going to do it at this point because we're going to fully automate it a bit. But anyway, let's go ahead and grab a couple hoppers. Probably need 1 more when I switch to processors, but that's fine. And then we'll also need some chests. Let's go ahead and grab some chests. Should have some of those down here, right? Let's grab like 3. I'll come back for a hopper in a couple minutes here, but that's fine. To get this automated, it should be super simple. Again, this one can use, the Inscriber can use this basic power, right? You don't have to worry about energy acceptor, which is nice, but nice thing about it. Anyway, that's good there. Go ahead and grab a chest. Go ahead and pop it right there. Go ahead and give ourselves a hopper. Do that there. Now this machine's a little weird too, and they show you in the book here. Where is it here? Thermal. Right here. They show you kind of how it's sided. Basically, that's what they're showing you with this crazy cabling. This side's the redstone, and this top takes the processor, and the bottom takes the printed. Actually, the machine doesn't care whether the printed or the printed goes in the top or bottom. Doesn't care at all. That side there is the export, you know what I mean? It comes out that side. It's a real weird kind of sided machine, right? But one thing you can do with them, kind of make them work the way you want to, is just kind of right-click on them and rotate them around. So that's on its side. If I did it again, it'd be upside down. You can move around the sides the way you want. And, that's what I'm doing there right now. Go ahead and pop that up there. Do that right there. And with that, I should be able to start making our first silicon. We'll start with the silicon here. So if I pop that in there, put some silicon up into this chest here, it's going to just start making silicon. So it's just going to produce it. It's going to make all 16. One of the oddities of this machine here is it can only have 1 item in the slot at a time. So it's a little painful, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. Also, time the bottle doesn't work either. So that's a thing. But basically, I'm going to sit here for the next couple minutes and just make 4 of the engineering processors because I need them. Then I need 4 of the calculations. Then 4 of these. But first I need to make the printeds. Then the printeds. And then the other printed, you know what I mean? So I got to do that. And every time I switch over to a different printed, I have to change to a different press. So our final setup will have 4 of these, and that's what we're going to fully automate here in a bit. But so now that we have all our processors, let's go ahead and grab them. That's great. Let's go ahead and check out the next quest here. Let's go ahead and grab the energy acceptor, which should be super easy since we already made this thing, right? We're actually going to end up making another one of these in a couple minutes, but anyway, that's good. Next thing we need to do is go ahead and actually make our controller. So that'll be the upgraded version of the acceptor. This is the one that can do 32 channels, right? So it says here a normal Flux ME cable supports 8 channels. Dense cables can support 32 on this controller here. So that's kind of how that works. But to do the actual controller is, where's the recipe right there? Need some skystone. I realize I didn't grab much skystone, but I have 10 of it. So that's the thing. I'll definitely have to go back and grab more when I want to make more controllers. But yeah, definitely only have the 4 right now. So we are pretty low on that. Doesn't matter too much. I only planned on making 1 today anyway. We really don't have enough power to support any large kind of system yet. So not too big a worry. But anyway, where are we at here? We're at the controller, right? I need to actually look at the right thing. Yep, I guess we need our pure flux as well. So I should probably grab that out of this chest, because I just use this as kind of a dump chest here. Here you go. Then we'll kind of get that going. Sweet. And we got ourselves the controller. So we got our first MB controller. So that's fantastic. With that, it doesn't do much alone. Like I said, that's just like the brain and energy acceptor for the mod there. Need one of these here, a ME drive. That'll take 2 of the engineering processors, so 2 diamonds basically. Then after that, we'll need a, what is this thing called here? We need the ME crafting terminal, right? Oh, we need to go ahead and do that base terminal. Where's that at? Right here. Guess I need some quartz glass and some glowstone. Let's go grab 2 glowstone. That looks good. And I don't have any of my quartz on me, of course, because I'm a total just failure at life. Let's go ahead and grab that. There you go. Got 26. Go ahead and get this little dark illuminated monitor or panel, whatever it was. I don't know what it was. It was some kind of panel there. Go ahead and get it done. Oh, we have to do these formation cores too. Saw that the recipes were changed in this, so I did kind of proactively grab most of the stuff we need. So hopefully we already have most of it. Here we go. 3 of these illuminated panels here. You use these things as kind of like lights too, actually, but I don't have a plan to do that. I believe they actually use a channel, so it's actually a really bad idea. But anyway, here's one of our cores, so that's good. Go ahead and grab this one here, Annihilation Core. What was the other one called? A Formation. So that's what they're all about. Then we can actually grab ourselves a terminal. This one you can't craft in, so it's only so good to you. Then I guess we just need a calc and a crafting table. I think I have a bunch of these in here somewhere. Yeah, like 6. Sweet. Something was taking those for a recipe early on. I can't remember what. But now we have the crafting terminal, and we're pretty much ready to go. Last thing we need to do, actually, what is this one too? It's like a, oops, link to a website or something? Yeah, I'm not going to click on that because that looks like it's a link to a website. Click for AE2 channels video. Yeah, I'm not going to do that right now. But once let's go ahead and do this, make the ME storage components. And I already have this quest done. You get a 4K storage component as well. I'll actually take that. Because I already have 5 of them. We got those for free. Plus, down here, I think there's a quest for 2 more. Right? So right there. There you go. So in total, that gives us 8 storage, cells there, which is awesome. We do have to go ahead and make, what are those things called there? The housings, though. These things here, right? So how much quartz glass do I have? Not too much. We'll have to get a couple more recipes. Maybe like 2 more. I'm going to have to grind down some more quartz here in a few minutes, but that's fine. And there's 6. We're short on something. We'll kind of see what it is here. Probably this again, right? Yeah, it's the quartz, I think. Go ahead and do 1 more recipe. I guess 2 more recipes. There you go. Sweet. We'll have 2 more housings. That's good there. Then we should be able to combine this all up now. Let's go ahead and drop this stuff off here. We're going to set this up in this room for right now anyway, because this is where our power's at. So let's go ahead and do that. There you go. Drop that off. Then we should be able to have enough room here to actually combine these things. So basically just take the housings and the components, right? Kind of combine them. So this one you can see here has 4,096 bytes used, 0 of 63 items types. So it has a little weird information on it. These ones have 1,024 bytes and 63 types. So that's kind of what they say there. So basically the types mean these storage cells. If I put 63 non-stackable items in it, into a storage cell, right? Like into a drive, and it was part of the system. It can only hold 63 items, so it's a little limited in that regards. But if I only put 1 item in A2, 1K storage drive, I believe it's going to hold 8,000. So it's a little weird how it works, right? So depending on what you put into it, decides the storage. There's some kind of equation with it, but I believe it's going to hold 63 stacks of 64. You know what I mean? So I think that's like the kind of, one of the outcomes, right? So at the most outcomes, most of the time, you're going to have something like that because you just don't put a lot of non-stackables in AE2. It's just something you don't do. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab our drive here. Go ahead and pop that there. Hope that made sense too because I kind of stuttered that out. But anyway, that should power up. It should get lit up. Looks all pretty. It does the thing. And then we go ahead and grab ourselves a, what's this called here? Just a flux cable right there. Go ahead and actually grab our crafting terminal just like there. And that's totally wrong. Let's go ahead and break that. There you go. Go ahead and put this here, right? There you go, on the cable. And then we should be able to start putting these in here, not into the storage, because that won't work. There you go. And where's our 4K? Right there. There you go. So now we actually have storage. And I guess technically, would be able to do 8 times 63 different types of items until they get over certain amounts. That's going to limit up the space, right? So with 82, you usually end up with a lot more drives than you do with refined storage, but still pretty cool, still pretty awesome. Really like it myself. I know a lot of people complain about the mod. I consider them different, and refined storage is basically the Dora, the Explorer of inventory systems. This one actually takes some thought and some learning. It has its own quirks. It has some character. I love this mod. I think it's a great mod. Hope you guys enjoy it too. But yeah, we have an inventory system ready to go. I basically need to go ahead and move everything we have in that table and most of those drawers now, not drawers, but the actual chests there, into the system and kind of see how we're looking storage-wise. Because not sure how many unique items we have in that system right now, but I'm definitely not going to be moving them over here. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start moving stuff. So I've gone ahead and broken down our storage system here. It's all broken down. It's all gone. This is what's left. I'll have to find some new homes, but does clean up the central area, which is nice. Over here we have a chest with a bunch of stuff that are crafted. So I had to make a bunch of storage buses. I had to make some interfaces. I had to make a bunch more processors as well. I had to make like another 18 of the logics, for instance. I had to make some of these capacity cards, which are some of that, and then some of that. So just a lot of crafting, right? So I got that done. Export buses, so just that. Then one import bus as well. So that'll be kind of like our whole setup here. Then I made another energy acceptor, so that's awesome. Over here, all our stuff is in here for now, and this won't be here for very long. This will just be here for easy access to power at this point. Also went ahead and made one of these here, network tool. Network tool is just a cool little item. Just takes one of those panels there, chest and one of those. And then you go ahead and right click on a energy acceptor or controller, and you can see what's going on inside it, like the stored power, and then the energy usage and stuff like that, right? So that is cool. Really useful. I do realize I did not make enough inscribers. We actually need one more. Can I have that, please? Let's do that. Go ahead and grab ourselves one more inscriber. Guess we need ourselves some sticky pistons. Go ahead and do that right there. Because we actually need 5, but I only made 4 because I derped. Anyway, that's good there. We're going to go ahead and jump straight into the automation here. And I'll try to be pretty clear about it. Get really confusing really quick, but if you kind of just follow what I do, it should work, right? So that is cool. Probably go ahead and break down this power too. Also this here, this little setup, so you kind of right click on this one. This setup, even when it's not being used, uses 70 RF, and I don't want to leave it hooked up all the time because we're only producing like 240 right now, so I don't really want to push our power on that thing unless we're using it. But I am going to go ahead and just clear this cable right now so we can get this set up here, because I don't know exactly what it's going to look like when we're done. So anyway, that's the thing. We're going to go ahead and grab 3 inscribers, kind of throw them down, put one on top right there. That should work. Probably break that torch, and then probably put it there instead. We need to find a spot for this other inscriber. This one's going to sit on the back and face this way. So this is going to be how this kind of goes here. This one here is going to do silicon. This one's going to make the final processors, so it'll do the final job. And these ones down here are all going to do the printed. So the first thing we want to do is grab all of our presses, right? So this one's going to take the silicon press. This one here, doesn't really matter what order you do them in, but I'm going to do engineering because it's diamond. Then I'll do logic, and then I'll do the calculations for the pures. And that'll be the way I have that set up. So that'll be that there. This top one, we'll have to get redstone into that one automatically. But I guess one thing we'll have to do here is actually before anything, let's go here. I need to make another wrench because I had to use the one in this crafting recipe here. So let's go ahead and make another quartz wrench this time. Yep, that's cool. Throw it on the ground just for good luck. You want to go ahead and rotate this one on its side because we just need it to be able to access things properly. On the side is going to work better for us, right? So I always rotate that one. On the back here, we're going to go ahead and throw a bunch of, we need that too. We're going to throw a bunch of storage buses, right? So we have 6 of these things. We have one here, one here, one here, one here, and then one right here. So kind of go like that. We have the energy acceptor. Doesn't really matter too much where it goes, but we'll put it right there, just so it's nice and tidy. Probably put the chest. This will be for the crafting right on top of that. We'll be able to fully automate that. For right now, it'll be dump the items in the chest. The items come back into the chest, right? So that'll be how that works there. So that's good. So the next thing we want to do, now that we have our inscribers all kind of set up there, go ahead and grab our base materials. So that'll be these items right here. we need to, first off, I guess, set a import. So where's that import bus? This one right here. And right there. There you go. We want to grab one of these here, these capacity cards. What these things do, they basically just increase how many slots you have to filter with. I just want to filter all the base materials in this one, right? So it's going to just say, hey, these items, send them out. This thing isn't always necessary, right? This little filter here. But I have run into issues in the past with not having it, so always add it. Once you have that, pretty much, I guess, set up the back of these. So this one up here is going to be final product. The only thing it needs to get on the back is going to be the redstone. The other items are going to come through the side, so we'll worry about that. This one here was for diamond. I guess that was the engineering. I guess is what I had in there, right? Engineering. This one was logic, so it'll take gold. And this one was the calculation, so we'll put that there. And that'll be the items, I guess, the storage buses. What storage buses basically do is just target a storage and say, hey, I want to store items there. That's what it does, right? You just tell it what it does, and you can basically tell it how many to store in inventory and stuff like that. But I just want to store all those materials that come in, try to store it in the inscribers, right? So that's what they're doing. They're just being used to move the items around. Nice little tight space. Next we can do is go ahead and wire this all up. So we'll go something like this here. There you go. That's awesome. And this first part should actually be done, actually. I'll go ahead and show you how it works here. Let's go ahead and grab some more pipes because I know I have some more of them in here. Pipes, there you go. But the first kind of delivery, I guess, part of the setup should be all finished. Let's go. Actually, I could leave that cable there. Our torch there. Go ahead and bring you here. There you go. Have to do this power a little jank, but that's fine. So that's powered up. And these should start, hopefully, getting power. Oh yeah, these don't show power until they have items in them. I forgot about that. Anyway, let's go ahead and drop off a redstone. If I do that, that redstone is going to automatically end up here, and that's where I want it. If I do a diamond, that should end up in place, this should end up in place, and that should end up in place, and even this should end up in place. And I should probably leave 3 of those in there anyway, so let's do that. Go, because we just added 3 items. You can see there, just made a printed, just made a, what's there? Printed engineering. Then it made the printed logic, and it made the printed calculation. So it's making everything we need. And the next thing we need to do is take this printed and move it into the side of this machine here. Now we have a problem though. So I told you earlier there was 8 channels, right? So this has 8 channels. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 being used so far. But we're going to have 1 here and 1 here, and that's going to be 8 there. Then I need 2 more here, so 10. So what we're going to do is make a subnetwork. And the way we do that is with this quartz fiber. What quartz fiber does is basically powers a cable or a machine without moving channels. So it's a little cheat here to kind of get us 2 extra channels in a network that we shouldn't really have. So 82 is just funky like that. So we're going to put another storage bus here. Then we'll grab a export bus, I guess, and pump that right here. With that, we're going to need that printed. Actually, I'll have to grab that one manually, I suppose. Go ahead, filter that there. Go ahead and do the same thing over here. There you go. Go ahead and grab one of these cables, pop it on top so it actually connects this as a circuit. And that should work now. And we should end up with one of those in there. Didn't I put 3 in there? Where'd the other 2 go? Hopefully they didn't end up somewhere weird. I swear I put 3 in there though, right? They didn't end up in any of the machines, did they? No, they did not. We should be okay. Okay. I must have grabbed it or something. So anyway, now we have our printeds going in there. That's where we want them. Next part will be to pull these printed engineering circuits and put them in this side of the machine. So we're going to go ahead and grab another export bus. Might as well put the last one over here as well. Go ahead and grab this here, the fluix glass cable. Connect that. So that's our last 2 channels, technically, right? What we want to do is grab another capacitor card, pop that there. Then we go ahead, I guess, and not there. I want to go ahead and grab our printeds because I have them already. Go. Then I should be able to just shift those into here. And those should start going in here and start making the finished circuits. The only thing is now, the system doesn't know where to put the finished processors, right? So all we really need to do is go ahead and grab one of these here, these capacity cards, I guess, and then filter them. So I have 3 extras over here. There you go. Go ahead and pop them into here. And that should be it. That should be the whole thing. They should just all start coming in here once they're crafted. And in time, we'll be able to speed this up and make it faster and stuff. But we'll kind of see how it goes here. Oh, it doesn't have enough redstone. Let's give it 2 more redstone. Go. And it didn't get enough silicon either, I guess. Did I mess something up here? Why do I feel like this thing's eating silicon? I'm gonna have to test it with a big batch here in a second, I guess, but I feel like it's eating silicon. Are you doing a thing with silicon? Oh, that's where the redstone went. How'd you get in there? Wait, that's filtered. Oh, did that get in there before I filtered it? Oh, I didn't filter this one. See, this is why you check things. You need a filter on this one. So that one needs silicon, redstone. You should be all set, right? Yeah, everything's got to be filtered. If it's not filtered, it's going to mess up like that. And totally dirt. So that's good there. That's good. Guess we just need our last redstone that ended up in the wrong spot, right? Right here. There you go. And hopefully that finishes it off. There you go. So that'll work there. So I'm just going to leave that redstone in there. It doesn't matter. Probably leave the silicon in there, I guess. At least half of it, because it doesn't matter. There you go. And this is ready to go. This is effectively ready to go. This will actually buffer the silicon and the redstone here, which is good. Then we go ahead and grab, I guess, a couple things here. Just test the whole thing and make sure the whole thing's working, right? So we go ahead and grab 2 gold, right? There you go. Grab ourselves some diamond. Maybe 2 of them. That is good. And then the last one, what is the last one there? It'd be the pures, right? Pures? I had a bunch of pures. I made a bigger batch, didn't I? Oh, did I not grab them? Oh, okay. There they are. I made more. There you go. Good thing they didn't despawn on me. That's cool. And then, yeah, just go ahead and drop this all into a chest. These should start just all doing their thing, right? They should start being made. There you go. They're doing their thing. They should be ending up here. It'll be a little slow because they're doing 3 at once, but this thing can only do 1 at a time, right? But like I said, we could add speed upgrades, make this a lot faster later on. But this will always be the part that slows you down the most, I guess. But in this pack, I can't see us doing massive amounts of these either way, so it doesn't matter either way. And they should just end up here when they're done. So this is effectively automated. You just need to come here, fill up this chest with what you need, and then you're good to go. You'll just have your processors. You won't have to worry about big jank setups. Have this nice tidy setup. Then later on, we'll be able to fully automate it via this chest, just with a interface. And this whole thing will be fully automated. So should be pretty awesome in the end. So did we end up with 3 of each? Look at that, man. We're doing the thing. And this one here, I think is buffering. Yeah, it's buffering all the silicon in here. So that is cool as well. And that's our setup. That is our fully automated processors, just like that. So pretty cool, pretty awesome. Hope you guys find that useful. Hope it made sense as well. I know a lot of people get kind of scared of AE2 when they first get into it. If you don't understand what's going on, just do what I did. It'll work for you, and then you'll learn as you go. Honestly, just do it, man. Don't be afraid of channels. They're not a scary thing. They're actually quite easy, especially once you start doing like P2P and stuff like that, right? But I think I'm going to go ahead and actually end this one here. So as always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button. Really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. Well, you guys all have a good one. See you guys in the next video. Later.